What's up, everybody? True Internet coming at you today, and this time we have another One Piece review, and it's chapter 1035. Man, oof, I can't wait to review this chapter right now. This one, we got a lot to talk about in this one here. First off, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. That's you guys right now. The highest watched video on my channel is the One Piece chapter 1034 review. So thank you guys out there for watching the video and liking, and didn't get much comments, but that's fine. It is what it is. If you guys you want to talk about the chapter, comment down below. We can have a discussion about the chapter. Subscribe to the channel. We'll have more One Piece content. Definitely give me a like or unlike on the video. Because I definitely would appreciate it. And thank you guys very much, man. That's makes me really happy that that's the highest watched video. Is my favorite anime manga to watch, read of all time. It's phenomenal. It's great. Thank you guys very much. Anyways, let's get into this chapter. So now it's confirmed Queen has been defeated. All right, now I thought we were gonna get another chapter between Sanji and Queen just finishing their battle. Didn't happen. It is what it is. So Sanji ends up beating Queen with his final attack. And we get to see Queen, just a picture of him just defeated, just flying across the castle. And then Sanji ends up finding the mouse that the geisha was looking for. And what's really cool about this, what's really interesting about this, is that we cut back to Sanji's backstory a little bit. And I did forget that he was cooking for a mouse back in the day. I do forget, and it's crazy that Oda would bring that back here. How ironic that this geisha, who he thought he attacked, was, had this mouse that was her friend, you know what I mean? And just, similar to Sanji in a way, right? So really cool stuff that Oda did that. And, the mouse goes back to the geisha. And then from there, we get the confirmation that Sanji has won the battle. Shocking, honestly. I thought we were going to get another chapter of Sanji versus Queen. We didn't. That's fine. Hey, Sanji takes a huge W here. Sanji fans, I'm a Sanji fan myself. Huge W for him. He defeats Queen, and one of the calamities goes down. Another calamity goes down, and now we move on. And then we get to the best parts of this chapter. It's King versus Zorro, and man, so it looks like, okay. So let me cut back to what happened. I think 2 chapters ago, when Zorro was accepting Enma and trying to understand how to use it, and from there we see the silhouette of him cutting King. And when he does that, he makes an observation with King. So he's faster because the flame thing that he has, basically, it's like he gets certain abilities when the flame is out or when the flame is on. So when the flame is off, he looks like he gets faster and he's harder to hit, but he's more, he's not as durable, right? His defenses get weaker, so he takes damage now. So, and from there, once that cut happens, King's mask comes off, right? And we see him. And I honestly thought we were gonna get some weird, like shaped eyebrow things with Sanji or whatever relation there to both characters, right? Because remember back when Queen saw Sanji's fire kick, that's when Queen mentioned something about the Lunarians. And I'm thinking there's a correlation between the Lunarian and then the Vinsmoke or whatnot, but I guess not. So that's fine. But there is a correlation with a character, and we're going to get into that once we get more into this review here, okay? And I'm very excited about this. So King's mask comes off. So they said, now the security guards and everybody, the fodder are seeing this, and they're like, oh my God, the rumors are true about King. You know what I mean? Black wings, white hair, dark brown skin. The world government has been offering 100 million berries for any information on Lunarians, right? Any information, right? So once they say that, of course, King gets pissed and it does an Imperial Dragon attack, which is one of the coolest attacks in One Piece so far. The Imperial Dragon thing, an amazing attack. Takes out the fodder and just ends up destroying them, right? And fucking, he's pissed now, right? So all the castle's back on fire and all this stuff, and the guys are all just burning alive or whatnot. This is gonna be a cool shot in the anime, by the way. And of course, Zorro's like, hey, listen, you should be focusing on me and not your trauma or your tantrum that you're doing right now. Like, whatever you're doing, you need to focus on me, bruh. I'm gonna fuck you up. So so basically they're saying the government isn't shit in his kind, and that's what Zorro hears that information. And of course, Zorro's like, you want to tell me more? Because he wants to find out more, because he wants to defeat this guy, right? He's interested to see how his body works and all that stuff. So Of course, the battle heats up from here. They go outside the castle. King doesn't attack, and he says, he's like, I'm not gonna bother telling you anything, because I'm gonna kill you anyway. You're not gonna be alive to find out. So we go outside, and Zoro's just blocking these attacks, and King's just doing all kinds of attacks, just hitting him multiple times. And of course, Zoro's like, he doesn't have much time left in this battle because he's running out of power. Basically, Enma's absorbing a lot of hockey from Zorro right now, and he's basically almost damn near drained or dead. And King is actually at his limit as well. So they're basically right now getting ready for the final attack and final blow between these two characters. And now we're getting ready for that. And of course, Zorro's like, hey, listen, your time on top is over. Now it's our time. We're taking over. We're doing this thing right now. I'm gonna get through you, and I'm gonna get through everybody else, and I'm gonna end up being the best swordsman on this on this planet, right? So, Zorro gets ready to do a King of Hell 3 sword style attack. I gotta say, these attacks are really, really awesome. Like these attack names that Zorro's coming up with, like, really a King of Hell 3 sword style. It's really dope. And of course, he says from here we get now. King is basically letting him know that, hey, listen, don't get ahead of yourself. Kaido's going to be the Pirate King, basically not Luffy. And then we cut to Zorro. I'm sorry. Then we cut to King's backstory. Okay. We find out that King was a test subject in the world with the world government, was sitting in a research facility, basically, all strapped up, whatever they were doing to him. Who knows whose research facility this was? Maybe Vegapunk's. Who knows? And guess who's there? It's Kaido. So we got to remember that. Now, we got to remember the timeline here. This had to have happened because we know Kaido's been captured a few times, right? From his backstory. I'm thinking this is after the battle at God's Valley, right? Because from here, Kaido's talking to King here, and he says he saw that they were doing experiments to test the Lunarian's endurance. And right now Kaido's he's escaping right now, and he's trying to leave. He's like, hey, listen, do you want to still continue to be a guinea pig, or do you want to go and roll in the world with me? You know what I mean? And cause some fucking havoc. And from here, King is like, okay, yeah, so he ends up joining Kaido. And King is like, hey, will you be able to change the world? Because basically, King is looking at this world in a fucked up view, because he was captured. He's being experimented on. Who knows? God knows what they've done to him. And he's really pissed at everybody. And, Kaido, young Kaido looks amazing, by the way. And he's like, he's the only one who can. So I'm thinking they were doing experiments on Kaido while they had him there. Because I'm thinking, again, like, Kaido has to be an Oni, right? And there aren't many Onis left that we've seen. I mean, we've seen Ors, but as a, like, zombie kind of thing. And then we've seen Ors Jr. And then from there, we didn't really see that many Onis outside of Kaido, right? I think. So I think that what the government's doing is, there were races that were probably wiped off the earth, damn near pretty much considered extinct. And I think the government's just wanting to do experiments on these people and, like, take their special abilities or something like that. It has to be something of that nature. Because why would you just capture someone and just not, they're doing something. So, really interesting stuff there. And of course, we get to mention that the test subjects have escaped, which means Kaido was a test subject. Whatever they were doing, they're trying to recreate an Oni or take his abilities. I don't know. And we find out King's name is Arbor. And he says, you know what, Kaido, your name should be King. You should be something stronger than that. Your name is King. He's like, stand by me and I'll never sell you out. And from today onwards, you're gonna be my right-hand man, right? So from there, we get that flashback. So interesting scenario. So Kaido was a test subject along with King for the world government. And I'm thinking this happened right after God Valley. So right after God Valley, Kaido was defeated. They take his body and they start doing experiments on him and trying to get something out of him. Who knows? And he ends up running into King at that point. So really interesting stuff there. Really cool stuff. And I gotta say, the Lunarians are really cool looking characters. You got Kaido, you got King with the black wings, you know what I'm saying? And King with the black wings, and he's got his fire sword and all that stuff. Really cool looking character. Kind of reminds me of like Dark Pit If you ever played Smash Brothers, I've seen Pit, whatever Smash with like Dark Pit, kind of reminds me of that, or a little bit of Sephiroth here, kind of with the white hair and all that, but he has black wings, so no. So from there, we get the backstory. We're done there. Oh, and also another interesting thing that I caught onto here. The traits of a Lunarian. Let's go back to this for a second. We need to go back 1 second here. Okay. Now, they said that the traits of a Lunarian, black wings, white hair, dark brown skin. There's only one other character. Okay. One other character that I can remember that had these traits. And that was Robin's mother. Now, is it possible that Robin is half Lunarian, half human? I don't know. I mean, Robin doesn't have black wings or anything like that, but her mom does. So I'm thinking Robin's mom was a Lunarian and Robin is half Lunarian. That is my brain dump there because I'm going off of those features. The only thing we don't have is black wings on Robin's mom. Now, I think I have to reread this battle at some point. I think at some point, King maybe took away the wings, hid the wings or something like that. So maybe Robin's mom was like, never showed her wings at all times. She didn't want anybody to know that she was a Lunarian. Granted, she has the other features, right? But maybe she like hid her wings. And I think King can hide his wings too or something like that. I don't remember. I got to go back and reread this battle. But interesting situation there. I'm thinking Robin's mom was possibly a Lunarian, which is exciting. That means Robin is a Lunarian, like half Lunarian. And maybe that'll explain why she can read the poneglyphs too, right? Maybe the Lunarians have some weird thing with the poneglyphs. Maybe they could read them. I don't know, right? We do know that the people in Wano made them, and they can read them or whatever. The Kozuki clan and all that stuff. Maybe there's another race that can read them too, right? Who knows? But really, I wanted to get to that right away. That was really, really interesting. With the characteristics of a Lunarian, and that was very specific. Oda was very specific about those features. Okay, so can't wait to. I'm hoping Robin is half Lunarian, but we'll see. So from there, and again, we continue with the battle. Zorro does a Purgatory Onigiri. It says his flame is burning, so attack didn't do any damage. So now his defense is up because the fire is around. So he does an Imperial Flame Dragon again to Zorro. Zorro dodges it, and from there, the flame is like magma, so very similar to Akainu's Devil Fruit ability. And from there, King goes in and does a sword strike into Zorro. Zorro ends up blocking the attack, and he's remembering that he has the sword has like little chips in it, like not chips, but like he's cut a certain amount of space between them. You right? So the swords are stuck in there. So what he was trying to do was knock away Zorro's swords, get all three of them in there, and then knock them out of his hand basically, and take them out and disarm him, which is really interesting. So. Of course, Zorro's catching on to this. You're not taking my swords away. Boom. So then they go. He lands. He does another attack into Zorro and gets a strike in. And, he's saying he's really, really quick. And I think his speed goes up, I believe, when his flame goes away. But when his flame is up, his defense is higher. So from there, he comes in, does an attack. And then Zorro goes and does a strike onto King. And because he doesn't have the fire on, his defense is weaker. So now he's able to do some damage on the King. And, King is acknowledging, hey, listen, it seems like you figured out how my powers work. And, and Zorro's letting him know, listen, I got a glimpse into your weakness. So now I know exactly what to do against you. I know exactly how to beat you. I know I'm going to win this battle. All right, I got all the information I need right now. So, he's really terrified of Zorro's attack right now because of Enma, and how strong he is at this point in time. And of course, King is like, listen, a being like you can't beat me. You know what I mean? You're not going to beat me. I'm going to end up winning this battle here. And of course, King is acknowledging him as a swordsman. He's like, I'll remember you as a swordsman, though. Like, I'll definitely give you credit, man. But this battle's over. I'm going to win this, right? You're not beating me. And it says, of course, he says if he managed to beat him, He's gonna keep his memory of him, like he's gonna basically remember him for a long time, for forever. You know what I mean? It's being implanted in his brain, like, you know, this person beat me. You know, I'm gonna acknowledge him, right? So he does an Imperial flaming Guardian Dragon, and Zoro just goes in and fucking takes it on straight on. And one of the coolest one of the coolest panels ever in One Piece is Zoro just going up and doing an attack called Underworld King's Three-Bladed Dragons, or whatever the fuck it's called, and basically slices right through the dragon, calling it 103 emotions or something like that. Slices right through the dragon, cuts right through it, and cuts King. And just wah! Basically cuts through fucking King, and that's where the chapter ends. I'm pretty sure this is the ending to this battle. What a way to end this battle. This is one of Zoro's best fights, man. Has some similarities to Das Bones. Not really, because in that fight, Zoro's trying to learn how to cut steel. But in this battle, the difference is Zoro's trying to understand King's body and his strengths and weaknesses. So that's what the similarity is that Zorro was trying to figure out how to cut steel. This one, Zorro was trying to figure out his weaknesses, where he's strong, where he's weak, when can he attack, when can he do this. And Zorro was able to pick up on this stuff and seemingly get the W here. Very, very good fight. Very good ending. Really good job, Oda, with this battle. You did a fantastic job. And the Sanji Queen fight was really, really good as well. But this one had like, so it felt like it had weight to it. You know what I mean? Like it was just, it meant something. And we got a backstory with King, and I want to get more of it. I want to learn more about King. I hope, and this is just me, I want 1036 to be a flashback character with King. Go ham, Oda. Do about 8 pages of it, or 16. Do whatever you want. But I want 1036 to be a more into that flashback with King. And I'm really curious if Robin's mom was half Lunarian. I mean, not half Lunarian, was Lunarian, and which makes Robin possibly half Lunarian or full Lunarian, right? I'm curious. I can't wait to see. Really good chapter. We find out how Kaido met up with King. We found out that the Sanji Queen battle is over, and that's over and done with. And from here, you know, we see the evolution of Zoro's character as a swordsman, as someone who's doing combat, how he's adjusting to King's ability and his strengths and his weaknesses and all that stuff. And he's able to get the W here. Fantastic job. Really good. We're getting close to the end of this arc, guys. We're so close. I think the next battle is going to be Luffy Kaido. I think we're gearing up for the ending of this arc, guys. And we're in for a wild ride. This one was a 5 out of 5 chapter for me. Loved every second of it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is Robin's mom a Lunarian? Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm convinced she was. Also, what do you think about the King versus Zoro battle? Where do you rank it in Zoro battles? For me, it's up there. I mean, I would have to say it's probably top 5 for battles for Zoro for me. And just what your overall thoughts on the chapter. Let me know down below. Comment, like, dislike the video, subscribe to my channel. I will have more One Piece content. Again, guys, thank you for getting my previous battle 300 views. Let's get this one to 1,000. If you guys can, watch it, share it, do whatever you need to do out there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 views with my One Piece chapter reviews. It would really mean a lot to me, and really will appreciate it. Have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. Take care.